Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
This is Statler.
Now we're looking at Battle Report 197.
197
Orcs and Goblins versus Ogre Khans.
at Huzzah Abis.
It is.
Is there an echo?
196, 197.
Yeah.
Ogres. I got double teamed by ogres on the same day. Two different opponents brought
That
ogres.
sounds painful.
It was. Well, the first one wasn't. We'll leave it that way.
Oh, okay.
First one was a very nice one.
He was very gentle with you.
They were very gentle with me.
Okay.
That was my army list. It just flipped by. Moving on, here's the second ogre army I faced. He had a Mammoth Hunter as a general, with the Iron Fist, Death Cheater, Dragon Staff, and the Wild Heart, which lets him, I believe that's what lets him be the general. Mammoth Hunter BSB with Iron Fist, Mammoth Hide, and Troll Eater. Another Mammoth Hunter
Like those Mammoth Hunters.
with the Rampager's Chain, and Headhunter. And then a Shaman who's a master of shamanism. He had an Iron Fist, Magical Heirloom, and he is a Gut Roarer, which I believe lets him channel extra. 10 Tribesmen, full command, paired weapons, and a Banner of Discipline.
Huh.
3 more Tribesmen with the Musician, standard, paired weapons.
What's that all about?
What's that?
The paired weapons.
He likes the paired weapons. He likes the additional attacks and extra bonus weapon skill. And
Okay.
ignoring parry, I guess.
Okay.
So, 3 Saber-Toothed Tigers, a unit of 2 Yetis, a unit of 4 Tusker Cav
Wow.
with the Musician standard. They have paired weapons and the banner of something that lets them reroll ones.
Mm-hmm.
He had a Rock Auroch with a Hunting Spear. The guy on top had the Hunting Spear, not the Rock Auroch.
Mm-hmm.
And a Big Brother Slave Giant.
Well, who's to say who has this hunting spear?
What's that? Yes. Like I said, this is the giant with the extra. Gets an extra wound. It gets what else? Maximized on its stomp, which is, there are a couple units you can stomp in my army. So anyway, that's this. So we played refused flank and hold the ground, which is the center of the board. Start scoring on round 2. Again, I think we traded off a couple spots, and then he deployed first, his entire army. I picked sides. He deployed first and just dropped his entire army. His three ogre Mammoth Hunters all are deploying as scouts.
Okay.
So you can see I left a Boar Boy unit back here.
That should stop him.
What's that?
That should stop him.
That'll teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
Correct. I deploy a boar, and you can see it's the same setup as last time as far as the terrain.
The terrain didn't even bother moving a fence.
It's with the map. This
Oh
is
no,
the
you
map
did.
pack.
You did move a fence.
I think it just got bumped.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be. It's
Okay.
supposed to be over there. So anyway, you can see I left a Boar Boy unit back to make sure there's no 18-inch gap back here in my back. Although I was tempted to leave him like 21 just to give him room if he wanted to go in the very far corner and see if he took it. But I didn't want the guy behind me, so decided not to do that. Anyway, so elsewhere we just lined up as you see, and he deployed heavily on the right.
All right.
Behind here is the unit of 3 tribesmen. There's a dog here, there's a saber tusk here, there's a saber tusk here, and I think the other one is down on this. No, there's somewhere back in this area. I think 2 are back in this area. No, one's right there by the ruin.
Okay.
There's one here, and there's one here in the back of the woods.
Sure. You get another chance to change it.
I might, because I don't see that one. Is that him over there? I don't know. No, that's the guy's hat. I don't know where the other one is. So there's my deployment. Left hand side. There he is. See, he's in the woods. So he deployed a Mammoth Hunter here in the woods as a scout. He can deploy 12 in cover if he's 12 away from me.
Yep.
So he does. Deployed the other 2 with the saber tusks. There you go. And that's that. So scouts are done, and scouting, the Wolf Riders just pulled in further. They didn't want to get caught way out here by themselves, and these guys came in as well a little bit. So on the first turn, he Oh, these are his vanguards. These two came forward. This guy stayed where he is. He doesn't get vanguard because he didn't join up with a saber tusk. So these two move forward.
Can you join a unit when you deploy your scouts?
I don't know. I'm assuming you can. I don't know that you cannot. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Something to look at, I guess. Just
Yeah,
to see.
never thought you could attach somebody as a. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so that's what he did. There we go. And like I said, he's going to have first turn. So, turn 1. The one saber tusk walks into the ruin, so he doesn't take a test.
Okay.
The other two come forward to chaff up my big units.
Okay.
And over here, the Yetis come to my far right.
Okay.
Which is a real big pain in my butt.
I like Yetis.
Yes, they're kind of nice. Over here on the right, you can see he just reformed his line a bit. These guys, the Tusker Cav came forward and wheeled.
Right.
And then his line kind of shifted further to the right to allow everyone to get a nice, neat spot in his battle line. There's a better picture of that side. And there you go. So his idea here was to chaff up both these units and then do what I did to my last opponent and break the spirit off on one of my units.
Yep.
So that I'll pay for breaking his chaff.
Right.
Back to my turn. He's in the ruins, but I'm going to go ahead and try it.
Okay.
Wolf Riders. He gave me the flank. I have to try it. Right.
You have to.
There's no choice.
There's no choice.
And these guys really don't have anywhere else to go.
They've got nowhere to go.
The worst part is they managed to deploy out of the 12-inch bubble of the general.
Okay.
So they're a leadership 5 for a march test to get out of my way. So all they're going to do is provide
So you might as well go charge somebody.
Yeah, he's going to provide a speed bump. They're going to provide a speed bump for him.
Yeah.
So they only needed 10 to get out here on Swift Stride. Not great, but whatever. To me, it was the only best option I had.
Okay.
Out here, the ferals charge off theirs, and the boar boys charge the other chaff piece.
Okay.
Over here, the wolf riders go into the ruins, take 2 wounds, panic,
panic and run away.
Panic and decide they're done.
Okay.
It's too tough to fight that guy in there. Again, there's the 2 chaff pieces engaged. The Nashers don't make it. They get out a decent distance, though. I rolled a decent number. I think it was a 6. Okay. So they get a good. They start heading that way.
So now you can move stuff. They're out of the way at least.
Yeah. Now they get out of the way, then the spider can redeploy, and it lets my wolf riders fall back to here.
Okay. I failed the march test.
What's that? The wolf riders failed their march test. If I could, I would have run them back to further back, yeah. But they failed their march test. They can only go 9, so I did this with them. Now, you may ask why you don't form them in a conga line.
Yeah.
Facing off to the left, or even facing back to these guys, so they can at least get a couple shots. I got a plan. Okay. It's a cunning plan.
All right.
Up on the top left, you can see the trolls have wrapped around to try to roll up his flank. Boar boys coming here up through the water. They don't care about the water. And the Nashers trying to keep pace up on the left. Elsewhere, these are the boar boys that came. These are the boar boys that came down off the hill. These guys just hanging out. And there we have that. And just for kicks, because it's another light. I get off Chilling Howl in a 12-inch bubble on the big unit, which means pretty much everything that can shoot is going to be minus the wound. Again, I don't have a lot in ranged magic. As far as what it can do, he stopped the break the spirit. So then with the last dice, I roll and get off +1 toughness on the Nasher herd.
Okay.
So now they're tough 4. It's not going to make much of a difference, but some of the stuff coming in is only strength 4 and 5, so maybe it'll help a little bit. I just want to get some attacks in before I disappear. So maybe that'll let some of them live. All right, so there we have that. Oh, sorry. I took this picture.
The army seems to have changed.
I meant to put this out for something else, but this picture I took because I look over the table beside us. It's dwarves and beast herds. The beast herds ambushed in on this board edge, walked forwards and shot off a artillery piece here on the hill.
Okay.
So then on the following player turn, the miners ambushed in behind them. I guess the beast herds just walked right by them when they were still staying out here on the edge of the board. I just thought it was a funny
They've got very
picture.
stiff necks. I don't see behind them.
I guess. I've never seen this before. I just thought it was funny to see, too. An ambusher ambush an ambushing unit.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. So, his turn. He declares charges all over the place. This is
That's a lot of charge areas.
Yeah. The ogres here, the ogre tribesmen are in the Feral Orcs front.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. If they make it, I'm okay with that fight.
Right.
I would rather not have this guy in my flank, but that's a long charge for him.
Okay.
So I think he needed like an 11.
Okay.
He needed a big number.
So he's charging the flank of your ferals. Okay.
He is. Both these units are charging my Nashers.
Okay. Hoping to break through.
But to get this unit in, he has to charge these guys.
Right.
So now my clever plan comes into play. So the Yetis, to get out of this, he doesn't want to charge him because if he charges the spider, that's going to prevent this unit, or it's going to prevent one of these units from getting in for the overrun.
How far is the distance?
What?
For the overrun?
It's only like an 8, a 7, or an 8. It's not very far at all.
Okay.
So again, if he does that, he's going to be able to overrun into this. I don't want them both overrunning. So anyway, so the Yetis declare the charge on my spiders so they can get out of the way. My wolf riders,
Okay.
which are down here right to the back corner of my
Turn
big
sideways.
spider.
Yeah.
They're turned sideways. So as soon as he declares the charge at me, I declare I'm fleeing. Because I'm fleeing, I turn, I'm off the board, and I go away.
Right.
Which forces a failed charge on this unit.
Yeah.
Or a redirect into the spider, which accomplishes my same purpose.
Okay.
It keeps them out here in the front to keep both these units off me.
Okay.
Again, I think I'm not thrilled with the rock, but I think I can deal with either one of them by themselves. I cannot deal with both of them. So, because of that, you can see they failed charge. They come out to here. They're going to prevent him from doing this, overrunning. Because I think when we did the measurement, he clips here before he goes off the board, so was able to redirect, would have been able to get in.
Okay.
So they end up here. Both units make it in here. Both the tribesmen and the giant fail their charge.
Okay.
And move forward. So, remaining moves, you can see he brings his last saber tusk up to chaff the trolls. The poor unit of 3 tribesmen comes forward to provide chaff, and one of his mammoth hunters comes forward. Guess to chaff these guys, the ferals. So there you have that. And moving on, a couple pictures of the same thing. So of course he smashes the Nashers. The Tuskers just simply reform, face back out into the center of the board. The other guy, the Rock Auroch, overruns and hits my spider.
Did he try to redirect to the Yetis and failed, or he just didn't bother?
He didn't want to redirect into here.
Okay.
Because he was hoping to get a big overrun to get. It probably would have been fine. He probably should have just gone ahead and done it. Now that I think about it, he was hoping just to get the wolf riders and get out of there.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then once that didn't happen, he probably should have tried to go there. I'm not sure if he tried and failed or didn't make it.
Okay.
Anyway. So there you have that. There's all that dead nonsense, and it's going into my turn. So, one thing the trolls are in the front of this saber tusk up here. The saber tusk in the front. But one thing he has done is left this charge open, the Gnashers. So going into my turn, the Gnashers are going to charge because they can come forward, turn, and clip the, get 2 on the rear end of this guy. So they're going to charge there. Trolls with nothing better to do are going to charge him as well. The Boar Boys are going to charge into these tribesmen, and the Ferals are going to charge into the Mammoth Hunter. In my opinion, I smashed the Mammoth Hunter, turn to face the army. The Trolls turn around, kill this, they turn back to the center. And, the guys back here, Gnashers, I'm hoping to overrun and get out here in their stuff flank. So I don't see a problem, and there you have all the charges.
Okay.
So I think this works out fine for me. All I need is that big spider on my flank to hold.
There you go.
Because if it doesn't, I'm in big trouble. At least the one thing I have done is move forward enough so that if he kills the spider and it runs, he's going to miss me.
Oh,
this edge just comes right behind me.
Oh, he's not clipping you?
It was before, but then I went forward because he
Okay.
did that. He should have, again,
Yeah.
should have hit me further out to
Yeah,
make sure
no
it was
reason
gonna
for him to
happen,
be
but,
there. Yeah. Okay.
Whatever. There you have that. And the Rock Auroch comes in and does 4. I put +1 strength on myself.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry, I put +1 toughness.
Okay, so you're 7.
So I'm toughness 7.
Makes you a bit resilient.
So even the impact hits from the Rock Auroch, which are strength 7,
Right.
are only wounding me on 4-ups.
Mm-hmm.
So he only does 4 wounds to me. It's nice to say you only took 4 wounds to a 7 wound model. I mean, a toughness 7, a resilience 7 model.
Yeah. And you punked him?
But I killed him. I got the
Venom surge off?
I got the big venom surge off, and it did 4. I got another one from the spider, and then the great weapon guy put the final wound onto it.
Okay.
So, spider's mean.
Can be.
It can be mean. Anyway, smashed him, and which is kind of the worst of all worlds for him because it just leaves me free to do whatever I want at
With
that
his
point.
exposed flank.
Right. So because of that, I reform facing towards the center. Well, remember this was my turn, so he's got his turn coming up.
Yes. Oh yeah, because it's a breakthrough. Yeah.
Yeah. So he turns.
Right.
The Ferals kill the mammoth. Send the Mammoth Hunter packing.
Okay.
They don't want to They don't want to chase it because they just bump into this unit and end up with their flank exposed. So they turn to face
Major leadership.
the other things. Yes, by my
Maximized
die roll, which again with the general around is kind of nice. The trolls, between the combined might of the trolls and the Gnashers, managed to take out a saber tusk.
Okay.
The trolls reform into 3 wide, just so they can fit into stuff easier.
Okay.
The boar riders do the same. They reform from their 6 wide to down to 5 wide.
Okay.
And position themselves. You can see the Gnashers have overrun, and they are positioned in the flank of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't get quite far enough because this guy's still in my, I'm still in his arc. This Mammoth Hunter here in the woods. And there you have that. So we go into back to his turn coming up. And that's the overall top picture. Turn 3, and I've scored a point because I have a scoring unit within 6 of this, and he does not.
Trolls are not scoring?
Trolls are not scoring.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of tough. It would be nice if they were.
That's why more people don't take them.
It is. It's a big reason why more people don't take them.
It's a lot of points for a unit that doesn't score.
So both the tribesmen and the big brother giant declare the charge into my ferals. Mammoth Hunter up here wants to come over and play with my Gnashers.
Okay. He obviously didn't see the earlier game.
The ferals are just out of arc of the what are these guys called? The Tusker Cav. The ferals are out of arc of the Tusker Cav, so they're not going to declare a charge. He deemed this was too far, and he's completely correct. And the Yetis, of course, do not charge into the flank of the spider. They saw what happened to the Rock Auroch, and they want no part of that nonsense. So Up top, the Mammoth Hunter makes it in. He was 2 inches away. The tribesmen make it in, but the Big Brother Giant fails again and stumbles forward a bit.
That's going to hurt.
Yeah, well, the Yetis come forward to chaff the big Gargantua.
They still have an aura, don't they?
Who?
The Yetis?
No.
Or just themselves?
Just for themselves.
Yeah.
I think it's minus something. -1 weapon skill? I'm not sure what it does to you. I don't know. I wasn't worried about it.
I thought it was an initiative thing also.
Could be initiative.
Same thing as a Yeti first
You
does.
mean agility?
Agility, yeah.
Yeah, that thing that used to be called initiative?
Yep,
anyway.
it is.
So, and the Tusker Cav reforms and gets ready to charge.
Okay.
It's got that. Mr. Mammoth Hunter smashes my Nashers and overruns into the flank of my trolls.
Okay.
He's taken a wound, maybe?
Can't tell.
The other Mammoth Hunter rallies there in the center. Tribesmen get off a couple buff spells.
Say, what the hell happened there?
Yeah, he got off this. This is the the spell back here is Awaken the Beast, and his arm is the Strength.
Okay.
So he got off the Strength buff.
So strength 5.
And I believe he also has Children of Umi on him to make me -1 to wound him.
Okay.
So he comes in and he just destroys me. Because, of course, he's going first. It actually doesn't reduce my attacks at all, but it doesn't look pretty. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, I think.
That's it. Was it 3 ranks of guys?
Yeah, it's not real good. It's very bad, actually. So he does that to me.
You caused like 9 wounds.
And I caused a few wounds back.
You didn't. What's that, 5?
Nothing. It was a 5-inch overrun.
Okay.
From where they were out here. He needed to roll a 5 to reach the
cavalry,
the flank of the Boar Boys,
and
did not. He rolled a 4.
So you're going, whew.
So he came up an inch short. Yeah, that was a relief. I wasn't expecting these guys to get hammered.
Munched, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that at all. So anyway, so he comes forward to there. And we'll go back to my turn. So I declare the Boar Boys here. First declare a charge on the Big Brother Giant. And knowing, because I can wheel past this Mammoth Hunter, knowing he's going to lose that badly and probably not get attacks, he flees.
He beats feet, okay.
And it would also gave me an overrun into this guy, which is BSB. So he beats it and heads out. I try to redirect into the Mammoth Hunter and actually fail my rerollable 9.
Okay.
And I'm not chasing him. So that's pleasant. Not sure what else went up there. Yeah. Boar Boys charged into the Mammoth Hunter's flank up here that's fighting the trolls.
I was wondering if they had a overlap or not.
They had plenty, yeah.
With Arc, okay.
So they charge into him. And my Ferals rally and went down to 5 wide. So that's why you see a couple guys in a 3rd rank now.
Yep, need to thicken them up.
And the Boar Boys come forward to provide chaff.
For the greater good.
Yes,
the greater good.
Somebody has to do it for the greater good.
Okay.
And you can see my Wolf Riders have rallied and they're trying to come back in.
Okay.
So the Boar Boys don't have to do their duty of chaff.
Right. Did you charge the Yetis or not?
I charged the Yetis here. And I wheeled as much as I can, which does barely line me up like halfway on this model.
Okay.
He should have gone 3 wide. So, we have that. So those are my moves. In the ensuing combat, I get off the Bring the Pain onto his Ogre unit, his big Ogre unit, and Break the Spirit. And that's it. For spells.
Okay.
Not great, but stuff. The Gargantua smashes the Yetis. And I was going to overrun into them, but they fled from the breaking Yetis, so I just overran straight forward to get in front of the BSB.
You might have caught them.
What, them?
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Because they weren't in part of the combat, so I wasn't, when they fled, they went out of my normal overrun arc
Oh, they went out of the arc. Okay.
because of that. Yeah.
Okay.
So they did that. There's nothing happened. And did we only do? Can't have done that fight yet, can I?
I don't know.
There we go. Okay,
Okay.
that's more like it.
Guess not.
So between the trolls and the ogres, I mean the ogres, trolls and the boars, we break the mammoth hunter. Didn't kill him,
So.
but we did break him, and he ran.
So you
So we made him run
away
from the trolls, and then the trolls held and
Just
did not
reformed.
chase him.
Okay.
Right. The boar boys tried to chase him. They had swift stride, and they failed miserably,
Okay.
as you can see. So there we have that. What it looks like going into his turn, turn 4. Again, at the end of the turn, I collected my second token for holding the center.
Okay.
And here he comes. So the tribesmen charge into my boar boys.
Mm-hmm.
Again, he had 10 models, which is 20 dangerous terrain checks,
Right.
and loses 3.
Okay.
Loses 3 ogres to it with a wound left over on his shaman.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he's got a wound over here on his champ.
Okay.
So he charges it. Yeah, they can see the 2 dead guys back here.
Mm-hmm.
So actually lose 2 models and then 2 wounds, it looks
Right.
like. Anyway, goes in there. Over here is BSB decides, well, the Rock can't do it, but maybe I can.
Okay.
He's got an inflated opinion of himself, in my, would be my opinion of him. Rallies both the giant and the tuskers. Up here, the mammoth hunter decides he does not want to charge into the flank of this unit. My general would challenge him and
Right.
probably beat him, so he doesn't want to do that. Failed his march test and couldn't get very far, so it just backs up to where you see it.
Okay.
The mammoth hunter up here
Rallies?
did rally,
Okay.
even though his marker's still there. He gets scarification and another strength buff off on the tribesman. He likes that strength buff. BSB does a wound to me, and I do 1 wound back. He has a charge, a banner, and a wound. To my wound, I lose, but I do stick because my general is right there, and the BSB is right beside him, so he's a stubborn 9 with a reroll. I'll stick around. So, the trail of splatters.
Yeah.
So he kills the boar boys, overruns, and loses another 2 models
Oh, because break the spirit.
on the break the spirit.
Okay.
Actually lost 3 models this time, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just crushing him. So now he's into my unit on the overrun
With a few less guys.
with a few less guys, which is fantastic. Anyway, at that, back to my turn. The cave trolls charge out and get into the mammoth hunter.
Okay.
The boar boys are like, well, you guys got that, so they're going to pivot around and face the tribesmen, staying within 6 of the center of the board to keep the token going. Spider's going to stay over here fighting the BSB. Nothing happening there. And during my turn, I get off Bring the Pain and Awaken the Beast to give my guys a +1 toughness to match his +1 strength.
Okay.
And so I buffed up my toughness, and then I get reroll to hits on this unit. And that was it for magic. The trolls smash the mammoth hunter and overrun out here,
Yep.
which is coming up on the flank of the BSB, who now has 3 wounds on him. You can see there. And he does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds to me, including my champion. But we smashed him.
Okay.
We're not having that nonsense. He didn't double buff himself and nothing to me. So we're both buffed. I crush him. And ran him down and killed him.
Okay.
So got that going for me.
Yes.
Moving on to turn 4.
You get a token because you're Cav.
At the end, yeah. So Now I'm done. He can't win the objective, and I cannot lose it. There we have that. He charges the giant into the flank of the trolls, and the tuskers come into the spider.
Okay, didn't see the challenge.
What's that?
Giant rally, but okay.
Giant rally. Yeah,
Obviously
giant and the tuskers both rallied at the same time. I had come forward and chaffed this guy with the boars, so he charged me.
Okay.
He's got 2 wounds on him. It'd be
Can't
nice,
finish a game with a unit of boars on the table.
I can't. Why would I?
Yeah.
See, now you're thinking. Moving on to turn 5. This was part of turn 5. That should have moved that up, I guess.
Okay.
So we're going to get ready to do this fight. He only has 2. Oh, he's got the headhunter thing, if I remember mistaken. Not mistaken. He's gaining a wound back, which is irritating. So he killed my boar boys, gained a wound back, and ran them down.
Okay.
They were out of 6 inches of the thing. This fight.
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay. So I did not challenge.
A random placement of models.
Yeah, I did not challenge, and neither did he in this fight.
Really? Okay.
Correct. In the fight that went on, the BSB had a great weapon, if I'm not mistaken. And the spider directed all its attacks at the because the BSB had 1 wound left.
Right.
So the spider directed all its attacks at the tuskers because the spider goes before the tuskers did.
Right.
So killed 2, and the spider killed 2 tuskers, one with the venom surge.
Yeah.
And then, as the final act, the BSB killed my spider as my rider killed his BSB. So he killed off my spider, but I killed 2 tuskers and his BSB in that. So he's left with these 2 tuskers.
Why didn't you just challenge? I'm curious. With only 4
maybe I
wounds
didn't
remaining.
kill any tuskers. Maybe there wasn't. You know what? Now that I'm looking at it, it must have been a challenge. What the hell? Different game I'm thinking of. Sorry. There was there must have been a challenge, and I did the 1 wound, and he killed me. We killed each other.
Oh, okay. So the spider
challenge.
couldn't kill him, and
so I did not. I thought for a minute I'd done that, but apparently I didn't. So spiders reformed to there. I'm sorry, the tuskers reformed to where you see. Spiders came around. I mean, my
wolf riders.
Wolf riders come around to shoot this guy. And then in the bottom of my turn, my trolls kill his giant.
Oh, it looks like when he charged you in the flank, he didn't do much to you.
He didn't do much to me when he charged me in the flank. Actually, he did 2 wounds.
Yeah.
I turned around and killed him.
Okay, on your turn.
On my turn.
Which panicked these guys?
He is within 6 inches. They panicked, ran off the board.
Okay.
Which leaves him with
that guy.
this guy and 2 wounds on him.
And then giants.
And there you have that.
Okay.
Yeah, because the giant ran off.
Dead.
The giant's dead. So these guys reform facing back forward.
Okay.
And that's where we decided
you had a smoking night, didn't you?
2 20s against ogres.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a better army.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 good games against ogres.
Yeah.
And, with the objective, everything else. Again, I did lose a character. Actually, you know what? This is wrong. It was not 20-0.
Okay.
This was a 19-1.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
What character did you lose?
The guy on the spider.
Oh, yes.
The Forest Goblin King on the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost him. And, of course, the 2 units of boar boys, which,
So trying to cheat him out of his point.
I did. I tried to cheat him out of his point. It was a 19-1, if I remember correctly.
Got to watch you every second.
But he is tabled.
Yes. No, he's got a guy left.
Well, he conceded he was going to die. Because I've got 2 turns to run him down with my general. And with 2 wounds on him, and I go first. That's not good. So anyway. So that's going to do it. Yeah, never mind this. I think it was a 19-1, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
But we're not that careful on doing points on the weeknight games.
Is that what it is? Is that what you're going with?
That's what I'm going with. It wasn't cheating.
Yeah.
Sorry. I apologize to my opponent. Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.